Yo, what's up, team? Your boy J3 is back in the building. I have a very special guest for you guys today.
What's up, everybody? Rolling Shogun, Ninja Assassin. What's good, man?
What up, bruh?
Evolution 2.0. How we doing?
We up in the building, man. And we got something to talk about today, man. This is something I think a lot of people want to talk about.
Yeah, man.
This is a lot of controversial behind it because...
For no reason.
It's
crazy.
But
it gave hype and publicity to the movie, so thank you for that.
Exactly.
And Todd Phillips, you rock.
So, Joaquin Phoenix Joker film is actually number one in the box office. People are saying
that's good.
Joaquin is the best Joker. Some are saying, nah, you tripping, bruh. It's Heath Ledger. I think 1.5% are saying Jared Leto. And then you have your Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And you have your Cesar Romero.
And Jack did his thing.
Personally.
Yeah.
Oh, and some say Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
But that's voice.
Still acting, though.
It is, but it's still voice. We're going on visual.
Okay. Yeah, I had to make a catch for him because you mentioned his name. Mark is tight.
So, we all know, J3 Entertainment family, we know my favorite Joker of all time, and will never be replaced, is the first Joker that was introduced to me, which was on Cake Howl 9. Batman, Adam West, baby. Cesar Romero, it will always be my number one Joker.
Tight. All right.
The Prince of Comedy. Right?
I'll take it.
However, I am no fool. I do understand how characters have upgraded and became better. I respect Jack Nicholson's Joker. I love his style of murders. I love Heath Ledger, changed the game.
Yeah.
I think Joaquin Phoenix was just fire. So, the question is, Ronan,
who's the best Joker?
Who is your best Joker, bruh?
I'm Joaquin Phoenix, man. Yeah.
So soon.
I'm in there. I had to watch the movie twice, get a feel for it, and I really like his take on him as far as just following someone who really is necessarily his own man, but the world looks at him as this non-equal, evil psychopathic villain when he's just embracing who he is and learning who he is. I think he's a misunderstood character who does not know who he is, so an origin had to be created. But it can go anyway because his mind is so three-dimensional and messed up already. I like that new take because it was able to allow me to emphasize and understand him. Even though he still didn't make sense, the performance really kind of drove the character to new light because even though he's bad to an extent, you're on his side, but you understand his intentions and you understand his decision making versus, a Joker just showing up and you're waiting for him to do something cool and to do something evil in order to prove himself when this guy was always this from day one. He was just letting others know. But then in the end, it was all mental. So again, you're following a man in the first person perspective, which had never been done with the Joker. So I feel like Joaquin gave us a first person experience into Arthur Fleck. I'm gonna call him Arthur because it wasn't really the Joker, but they say he was. So again, I like that take because it made me look at it a little bit differently as far as like following a villain, and I like that a bad guy could exist without a hero.
So Shogun. So let me go and throw in who I think is better. Because you just shot off like a rocket. I feel you though. He's excited, y'all. He's like, yo, I gotta get this out. Okay. Excuse my voice was a little raspy. I'm getting over chest cold. But I will say this. Cesar Romero always number one to me. But I ain't a fool, like I said. I cannot choose Joaquin Phoenix as the best Joker because of so many reasons. So I'm going to give it to Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger is still the number one dominant Joker. Now, when I tell you this shit now, don't change your mind on me. Alright? I say Heath Ledger is the number one Joker. And the reason why I can't choose Joaquin Phoenix, spoilers, everybody. There are spoilers in this. Because that's the only way we can make our case.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why Joaquin Phoenix cannot be the best Joker is because Joaquin Phoenix was never the Joker. Everything he said was in his head. It was an illusion. Heath Ledger was a full-blown veteran Joker, doing his thing at will, causing chaos, giving Batman the runarounds, showing you how he got those scars, causing chaos, making people doubt themselves. He threw money in an Asian dude's face and laughed about it. I mean, he did the most crazy shit you could possibly do. He burned a mountain of money. Enough with the clown. He made Spawn get killed by his spawns. Like, it was iconic. What you got?
Well.
Well.
So basically, I will say this. I will say that it opens the door because now it can be whatever. We saw the potential of him, and he could easily go that route. Or is he just going to stay normal, or is he going to embrace what he is? Because again, if it's all in his mind, that means a person can change, right? So these thoughts are fantasy right now, but they can eventually become a reality. Because again, we still don't know his intentions. A mind can, change your mental state can change. You can suppress it. It's just anything can happen. So it's still left in a question of mystery. So I don't know. I'll say, yeah, he could change, and I do see potential because he was already in that state of mind.
I agree with you on that. That's always dope. Yeah. But as far as the performances, what we got was an illusion of a character, not the actual character. So how could we make him the number one Joker when all he did was give you what he thought in his head of what the Joker is, when he never portrayed the Joker per se, because the whole movie was based off of illusion of what he's telling a psychologist, giving him a random story.
I will say that the movie did give us more snippets of Joker lore than Nolan's Dark Knight did. Dark Knight showed us an anarchist Joker, like you said. I agree with that. I think Arthur Fleck's take on the mental Joker was more going towards like old Batman lore, and I even like how they tried to interweave Batman lore into it, but still following from Arthur's point of view. So again, Joker's a schemer, so it could go either way. But now with the Dark Knight, Heath Ledger was put in a position where he had to prove himself. Joaquin is an actor that didn't have to do that. He was just coming in to show you, oh, okay, this is my one story.
You don't think he had to prove himself?
Not at all. Not at all.
Really?
Because he's Joaquin Phoenix. Heath Ledger, on the other hand, yeah, he had to.
You talking about as an actor standpoint?
Yeah.
I give you that. But at the same time, I have to say, because Joaquin Phoenix, Heath Ledger has such a high praise. That's why he's the number one Joker. But when you're number one and you got someone playing another role, Jared Leto failed. And we was like, well, Jared Leto's back down. We all know where he stands. And not shooting on people that like Jared Leto's Joker. That's just that you like that different take on the Joker. That's fine. I don't like it, but a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but
it's forgettable. When you mentioned it, I'm like, I haven't watched the movie since we all watched it.
Suicide Squad, trash.
Yeah.
But
and he had one good scene. That was it. And now you're talking about where he was on where he had the Tommy gun. That was like his best scene. All right. Anyway, so back to the
yeah. So Jared Leto had a different take, but Heath Ledger destroyed that.
Yeah.
There's still a great argument as far as Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson's Joker, because Jack Nicholson's Joker played the more modern day Joker in the comic book.
Kingpin boss.
Exactly.
Mobster.
1930s.
Yeah. Jack was more theatrical. He had the help of him and Tim Burton collaborating, and I feel like Tim Burton allowed him to just go and do it.
But Jack's a veteran, even when that shit came out.
And so that's different. And then the time period, so mobsters, so that was a big thing. But with Jack's Joker, you had the humor with the personality, with the businessman running things. People kind of feared him, even though he was funny to watch.
Yeah.
He had the personality to back up his chaos. He had the personality to back up his murders. So it was personality merging with the murders. Like, he was having fun because he knew there was nobody to stop him.
Not to beast this scene.
You're right.
You can call me Joker.
Ah, what a day. Yeah. Dun,
Now-
dun, dun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that was the comedic Joker. Like,
Yeah.
so
But it was still something chilling about it, though. Heath Ledger, it was just like, okay, he shows up, and we're just... This is the difference, because you made a great point. We're waiting for that validation. And this is what I meant by he had to prove himself. He shows up, and it was such a surprise, because I don't know if you felt this way when you first saw it. It did not feel like a Batman movie when it started. It felt like Heat or something. With the bank robbery.
got you.
When Joker showed up, it was like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do next? So, in that vein, he had to have some great dialogue, and he had to do something epic for us to be on his side.
Word.
We didn't hate him as much as we loved him. We loved seeing him. He took the movie from Batman. You see what I'm saying?
Most actors do.
Most do. So, what I'm saying is, he had to validate everything he did within his performance and through the story to remain menacing. Because he was Heath Ledger, there was no backlash with Joaquin. And I feel like it was more subtle over on this side.
But wasn't the Joker, though. That's why
I think he was, because there was elements of Joker lore in here. There was a lot of Batman lore in here.
No,
even though it wasn't like, it was just inspired. Nothing was taken. It wasn't an adaptation.
But the reason why I can't, like I said, I can't give it to Joaquin because there's a big what if at the end of the movie. Was he telling the story, making it up, which the Joker does in every take of the Joker? When you ask the Joker who he is, he always makes up some reason. Even Heath Ledger did. I got these scars. You know what I'm saying? And he always had a different story.
Right.
Heath Ledger basically was the same. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix the same way in the movie. Joaquin Phoenix at the end, he didn't have green hair. He did exactly the same thing. It was like, yo, how long you been in jail? The crazy house, they dyed your hair normal? I don't think so. Why would they do that? It was certain things about it, like he was never there. He was telling a story. When he looked at that newspaper script, a newspaper, and he saw Thomas Wayne had died, he didn't. It was no like my father's dead or anything or weird or even though he found out he was adopted, it wasn't nothing. It was like, yeah, finally. Like, think about it. This is how I know he was dreaming or he was making this shit up. Because if an act like that happened, then the Prince of Gotham City, Dark Knight, would have known of Arthur, would have known of this character, the Joker, coming to fruition. Like, yo, this guy's crazy. He's been in jail. At this time, when I was 10 years old, the week of my parents' death, this is what happened. This is the guy that we need to stop. This is his name. His name is Arthur. He was adopted at this place. He would have had a tracking on Joker. Why this is a one-off is because there's nothing about the Joker to continue on with. All we know is the Joker just told a story. This potentially, that Arthur could have been Heath Ledger's Joker. We don't know because that Joker was made up. So by him being made up, he was never made up as a Joker. He used that shit in his mind. When I go to sleep at night, I'm the Batman. Am I Batman? I could tell you, yeah, man, I had saved this chick. She was falling from the roof. I fought a named Clayface. Mickey Rourke. Clayface. And you know, and shit got serious. I'm not Batman, but I can tell you that I am. But Christian Bale be like, yo, I wore the suit, I had the car, and you know, I'm Batman. Ben Affleck, they played Batman. I can lie and say I was Batman, but that don't mean I'm Batman. And that's what the Joker did, Joaquin Phoenix did in the Joker movie. He was never the Joker. He just was a character who from what I remember, never even said his name at the end of the movie. She just said, how do you feel? She didn't give a name or nothing. So basically in his head, he made up this whole facade that never existed. So how can I make you the number one Joker when you was never Joker in the first place? Now I gotta do that Wesley Snipes thing. Go ahead. You know that meme, nigga?
That's the most famous meme now. I mean, it's all his story. So I mean, yeah, he can be whatever he wants to be. But again, it was an act.
True.
But it was a mental act, and again, there still is more to explore because it's his mind. So it can be whatever. But the simple fact was that I think the moral of the story was that you are what you are, and how he kind of shaped Gotham from his mental capacity. Like, he shaped it, and the character you just talked about would exist because of him and what he did, because a hero has to have a villain. And then the state of Gotham, you know, he had his followers, he had his fans. It was all a big act. He wanted attention. So everything was coming back to him, and these are the kind of things and behaviors and psyches that Joker would do. He wanted to be front and center. He wanted to be spectacle. He wanted to be, you know, a theme or theatrical. You know what I'm saying? What was it that Ra's al Ghul said Batman Begins? What was it? Theatricality and deception, and, you know, strike fear and all. He did those things.
He took the Batman way to a degree. Put the Joker out there as a fear method to the cops.
But the difference is we saw the evolution behind it, and we understood, and it made me think even more. Because I got this, and we got Arthur's point of view on it, aka Joker. It's like I'm very interested to see another Batman go up against this type, because now I understand both sides of the spectrum. Now it's not like, oh, let's just go after the bad guy. What's this conflict of interest gonna be like now? Because they're both broken people.
True.
And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is more fascinating to me versus a guy just showing up and creating chaos. It's cool to see, but at the end of the day, it didn't raise no conversation. We're talking about this for a reason, and I thought that was very unique in that sense.
I'll give you the idea of it. That's what makes the story phenomenal. Like, yo, we got Joker in this, and this is why he is. However, I still have my feelings about they could have went deeper with the character.
I agree.
They went to a sympathetic factor of it to make people feel for the character when that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
If you had showed the character for his true form, then we would choose. It's kind of like it's like a Kingsman Secret Service, Samuel Jackson character, right? Remember he said either we wait to die or something, or stop the problem before it kills us, or something. Remember the Earth was like overpopulated.
Yeah.
He's like, either we control it, or either way, Mother Nature's going to annihilate a lot of people to fix itself or whatever. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. That's how the Joker should have been. It shouldn't have been a one-sided, oh, we're supposed to feel sorry for this guy. It should have been, do we hate this guy or do we feel sorry for this guy? Or is this guy just crazy? The movie took that elements away from him by just giving us one-sided of Arthur. He was a misunderstood individual with a disability that made him laugh. And then his mother...
I like the laugh.
No. It's not that. It's just what I'm saying. I'm just breaking them down.
Okay.
So his mother was this beacon of craziness who made him even crazier. He had a dead-end job as a clown. He tried to make people happy because his mom told him to make people happy, but in reality, he was never happy. And then he just snapped. So we get all these dialogues of this character that we break them down, and we're made to sympathize in the Joker, which I think that is a problem.
I think he did find his happiness at the end, though.
No, not that, but we sympathize with it.
Yeah.
So when he did what he did, it was like, okay. With Heath Ledger, the Joker is a character that you have to love or hate. There's only two sides.
Yeah.
You don't sympathize for a character like the Joker. You sympathize for his victims because of the chaos that he creates.
Yeah.
You know, when he took old dude, what makes you think you can wear hunky pants? And then he finally caught that. He was like, slapping his just. When I grab it's like I grab a dog, I just don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Just like the Joker is a maniac.
Yeah.
And we love that about him.
Of course.
Because he makes Batman even better. This character, they want us to sympathize for him. Heath Ledger played a Joker, a problem, something that couldn't be solved, something you could do whatever you wanted to do. You can give him he is so much poison. Even a professor, a doctor, couldn't save his mind. His mind is so effed up that talking to him will f you up. Put you in a certain state of mind where you either want to be with this or kill yourself. Joaquin's character didn't do none of that. Joaquin's character was just a crazy man who needed medicine. And he decided to call himself the Joker after doing his Snoop Dogg dance and shit. You know what I mean? Threw his cigarette, did his little thing, dancing like in Silence of the Lambs.
Buffalo Bill.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did his little thing, whatever. He was comfortable. But in reality, he didn't do anything. His character didn't give us nothing at the end. It was just a satisfying visual. It was an outburst. It was
I think it was more than that. I think it was like a lot of metaphors. So now I got to bring in old movie making because I like the old idea of, you know, let me decide what it is. It's like you either catch the moral themes or you don't. And I like that this was a psychological character study because at the end it was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess he found his peace, or maybe he's doing this, maybe he's embracing it, or is he normal and it's Gotham City crazy, or is it vice versa? And I like that because no one's really doing that. It puts the light, you know, he's a villain, so it's negative, but it puts positive as far as like, okay, we understand this. We want to see him come back and do more because now we've followed him, we've experienced him. He became that act that he wanted to be.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what it would have drove deeper in his character. Is he insane and the world is crazy? But they never tackled that. That's just the illusion of what we know of the Joker. The film and Joaquin's performance never gave us that. It just told us this is crazy and he got shit in his head going on. But why? Nothing ever explained anything. At least Heath Ledger explained who he was. He just does things. He just does it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the outcome. He just wants to play chaos. Alfred Pennyworth talked about that with Bruce. I've seen men like this before. They plead on the weak, and they cause chaos, and they destroy shit just to do it. He had his playing field of what the Joker is. Joaquin never did. No one understood this character at all. Joaquin didn't even know that's what I'm saying. When he turned at the end of the movie, when he was talking to the psychologist, he was never the Joker. It was just a story that he was telling. But Heath Ledger was...
But isn't that what Joker does?
The Joker acts do that. But it's kind of like... Rises, right?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway. I'm bucking Amy Weinstein. Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Selena.
She played Selena Kyle. She did not play Catwoman. She was never in a Catwoman suit. She never purred. She never had her claws. She never did anything Catwoman trait. She played Selena Kyle. Yes, she stole some shit because Selena steals. She never was labeled Catwoman. Same thing with Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Yes, he called himself Joker in his head, but who he was visually, he was never Joker.
I saw Joker mannerisms, even though because we know that that's him. Like I don't have to be told that it's him. Like it was the behavior. It was the way he conducted himself. It was unsure, unsettling, uncomfortable. And this is what Joker. This is the Joker that I've seen.
Thomas Wayne in that newspaper was dead. Bruce Wayne was about 10, 11, 12, something like that.
He was a kid.
Joker's already in jail, looking like that old as dust. So you're telling me Batman becomes Batman in like 20 years. And this Joker...
Not too far off.
This Joaquin Phoenix, we running about, let's be nice, 40. So you telling me a 60-year-old Joker's finna come out of jail and give Batman a run for his money?
It's not too far off. I mean, possible. I can't say no because you have 60-year-old maniacs running on...
Batman will cave your chest in, bruh. Especially Joaquin Phoenix. Now you gotta get comic bookish. I just don't think he's a great actor and he played a great role, but he's not the best Joker. He played the best Joker. Psychologically, I think he has one of the best arcs, the stories, because what it did for him, it did more than any other story has done.
I like the inspiration they stole from.
But his performance as the Joker, he never really caused anybody any trouble. He only, by killing those people, those three guys, the city created him. He didn't create the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker created chaos. This killed 3 individuals because he was scared. He was scared. He shot him dead. Bam, dead. Oh man, a guy in a clown mask fought against 3 Wall Street guys. Let's all fight on some Rorschach shit. It wasn't created because of his intentions, which is not a Joker trait. It was an accident trait. In my eyes.
I like the personal take. I like the isolation, because that to me is like, okay, this is what a maniac would do. It was never a question of how he was gonna do it. It was, what's he gonna do? Because anytime he interacted with somebody, or anytime he was going somewhere, it was a oh no moment. Like, it was like different from Heath Ledger, because Heath Ledger was like, okay, he's waiting to do something cool. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's the villain guy, so
let's not downplay Heath Ledger now, because you gotta remember back in, what is it?
I'm explaining the different
2013.
The us following him. I'm trying to put him in the perspective of us following both characters.
But look at 2013, right? That's when it came out, right? 2013.
2008.
2008. Oh, yeah. Blu-ray.
The main one was like 2012. Yeah.
So 2008.
About a decade.
So you look at 2008 Joker. None of us was thinking like that, bro. We were thinking the same way as Joaquin Phoenix right now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it means business. It's gone. He even did joke shit. Joaquin didn't tell no jokes. He wasn't funny. Only thing he did was funny when he dropped that gun and went.
In the hallway, the last scene where the manager called. That had me in tears.
Laughed and then just stopped. That was funny.
I clapped for that.
And then and obviously the little man couldn't get out the house.
Yeah.
But that was because he was little and he couldn't get out the house. His disability was funny.
It's just it was for me. I needed to see a refreshing new like take on it, because I felt like we were kind of seeing the same things all the way up to Heath Ledger, and it was like finally somebody broke that chain and broke that mold and came in and said, "Freak it, we're gonna do a psychological character study and follow him and see Joker transformation," instead of just him just showing up. It's like, well, how do I believe that somebody would just show up and just do this? You know Hollywood way. Oh, we gotta build a backstory. Well, they did it and gave us something like, okay, why buy a man doing this?
Well, Jack Nicholson had before Heath Ledger. Jack Nicholson had the title, and he had a backstory. He was a hitman. He was working mob, and then he turned with the chemicals and that. And he showed his portrayal crazy, writing on paintings and destroying shit and causing comedy and chaos throughout the city. But it was mild.
Yeah.
But Heath Ledger, Heath Ledger took it to a different degree.
Yeah.
Of more, politics and beliefs and shit.
Warfare.
And he went more deeper into it. But Joaquin Phoenix character, and this is another one, he was just starting. And he didn't even get to that level to even... I feel like if he had got a second movie...
I hope they do it. I need more.
Not the way it ended.
I'm interested.
Not the way it ended.
That's how good of a story and performance it was for me. Like, I need more.
It changes the whole dynamics of Batman then. It changes everything. That's why I said, that's why I know he was never the Joker. I can't give him that because it changed the dynamics of Batman. You're telling me your number one nemesis has a name, a place, a record. Mm-hmm. Why should I ask some questions? It changed the dynamics of everything. Now it's truly a what if. Come on, man. Your mother worked for the Waynes, and apparently Thomas Wayne got her pregnant and had you, but then in fact she mentally changed her. They show more screwballish in his mother than himself.
I don't lie. I bought into it the first time.
With the whole thing?
Yeah, but second viewing, I was like, wait a minute.
No.
Yeah.
It was, this is what I was. I said, wow, that's a great what if. Would never buying that. There's no way that you can. Thomas Wayne and him look the same age.
Really?
Joaquin Phoenix look old as bruh.
I don't know. I've seen old, but
bruh.
Oh, you just about to pull a picture?
I'm gonna put a picture.
Yeah, do it. You look young to me.
Look at this motherfucker, bro. They gonna put Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
Joaquin looks old, bro. Look at this.
No, he don't.
That motherfucker look like he
What's
pushing
so, like,
45, 47.
I mean, like, what's the level of old, like, age?
Like, he don't look like Jared Leto. Jared Leto's like 50 years old, and he look young as Joker. Joaquin Phoenix looks like an old Joker, bro. And I was hoping like, yo, if he was gonna run it, maybe Bruce Wayne is in his parents already died and shit, and he rises or something. But you made it when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He looked old. His mom was old. And Thomas Wayne, him standing side by side, like brothers.
I still buy him as young. I don't think he's old to where he can't go and wreak some havoc. Like
No, he's too old to wreak havoc with a Batman.
That's younger than him.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
He will fuck him up. Batman will cave this nigga chest in and he will laugh.
Which Batman are we talking about? I'm gonna do a J3.
Any Batman. I'm being honest. Michael
Okay,
Keaton,
Robert
Adam West.
Robert Pattinson?
Hey, bruh.
He might.
Hey, bruh.
I would like to see.
Robert Pattinson, look at him in them eyes, bruh. What are you doing to me? I'm turning you. That's how it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like I'm just saying. He looks old. He looks old. He looks old. Look at this guy. Looks old. He doesn't look modern. I mean, not modern, but he doesn't look youthful. He looked like 47, man.
That's young.
No, bro. Not in the comic book world. Wildcat is running at 65 years old, and yeah, he beats some young heads up. But when a real nigga come, that's calling the Justice League, the Justice Society of America.
That's fine.
Spectre, I need some help.
I guess he's different on that way. He look young, man.
Jack Nicholson was an old Joker.
Probably the oldest.
And what was he getting beat on, bro? Michael Keaton was serving that fool up. Remember that Asian dude? Ah! All that for what?
You wouldn't hit him in the glasses, would you?
Exactly. Batman was beating.
You made me, I made you.
He was beating his ass up. He was old. I'm just saying. But
all right, for sure.
You stand with yours. You stand with yours. Yeah. They gotta decide. My favorite Joker of all time is still Cesar Romero, but the best Joker, and he has had the mantle since 2008 in my eyes.
I guess I'll pick my Joker before this. You know, I'm not crazy with him, but Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, okay.
Right. But Joaquin.
It's Heath Ledger.
All right.
Joaquin Phoenix didn't even scratch the paint off of Heath Ledger's face, bro. I'm telling you. And the reason why is two reasons.
Okay.
Number one reason, he never turned to the Joker. It was all an illusion in his head. Number two, this is the main reason. If they had drove deep into his psychological mindset, not give me little surface, little nitpicks, really drove into the Joker's mentality as a man.
Taxi driver.
Then I'd have been like, yo, that is the Joker, because that's some Joker shit. He never did anything really Jokerish. He wanted to be loved. He was sad. He didn't rob banks. He killed people by accident. Only he killed on purpose was the nigga that sold him the gun. And his mother, who, might I add, she never even existed probably. He smothered her and her heart monitor didn't even go off. Ain't supposed to go, dee.
He did some
code red. Ain't supposed to happen?
Yeah.
What happened? He walked out the damn place. The cops, this is stupid. The cops get on the train looking for this Joker, and they're taking masks off when he's the only in a purplish maroon looking suit. He's right there. Get him. He was never the Joker. He was telling a story, man. And by that alone makes him not the best Joker. Creative, but no potato. Heath Ledger for J3.
All right, Joaquin, man. He opened the floodgates, man, for more. I just think there's definitely more to explore because now, rest in peace to Heath Ledger, he was supposed to come back, and I wanted to see his evolution too, because the same thing that happened with him kind of happened here. He won. He started a war, you know, mentally, and then he started a movement over here, and was caught, but he still had won the battle. Because he did everything that Batman was not going to do. And so it's like now the next entire movie changes because, you know, he's gone. So I felt like he had more to offer too. Because again, for me personally, I'm not taking nothing from Heath. He just showed up and was doing cool things and was saying cool things. But
his message didn't get across to you though?
Yeah, he won. Batman lost.
Yeah.
Batman lost. And then Bang shows up and he did what was necessary that Joker couldn't do. So,
well, we all know he was supposed to be.
What I always imagine, bro, like, because we were talking about Joker, what would happen if he came back in Dark Knight Rises? It'd be a complete different film.
All that scare would have been out the window.
Yeah. So it's just like anything can happen, and that's what I'm saying. Like you said, Heath Ledger's a real Joker, but the Joker I know is always unpredictable, and again, he does whatever, and he makes up whatever facade he wants because you're gonna believe him and you're gonna follow him because he wants to be stopped. And I feel like Joaquin Phoenix kind of checked all those check boxes because he was unpredictable, and we didn't know he was such a mystery box. And same thing with Heath Ledger, but Ledger was able to show it because he was already established. That's the only difference. One was established and one was the coming of.
But just because you're established and becoming of doesn't mean that you can't take that role. It's like if he was able to show us what Heath Ledger was doing, becoming the Joker, showing us like this is some crazy. So say hypothetically speak, they show Arthur as a youngster, and he's taking little mice and he's stepping on them. I want to put a smile on their face, Mom. What do you mean? They're not happy with me tearing them apart. You know what I mean? Get his dog, putting smiles on him, slap his dog or something. You know what I mean? Do things. That's the first sign of craziness when kids do weird shit like that.
Animals,
hurting animals and shit. That's what I said. It might be too much for the audience, but
of course,
those are things that cause craziness.
Right.
And then the first thing is, you know, his stepdad slaps and beats him up and shit. And he's like, I want my stepdad to be happy. So he drugs him, puts him to sleep, wakes up, his jaw's cut open, bleeds to death.
See, I would watch that, man. It's just
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now you got like, yo, for years,
yeah.
His mom sends him away. You can't be here, man. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill my son. Sends him away. Mom, why would you send me away? He has a vendetta towards his mother. He goes away, goes stay with his grandma, kills her, comes back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stays in the shadows. Niggas don't know who he is. He don't really remember who he is. He's been lost his soul. Now he's in a crazy house. Now he has this woman who took him in who says it's his mom because he doesn't remember anymore. You know, things like that. I think that would have been like, yo, okay, this nigga's really the Joker. But we never got any of that. We got a nigga that just had a laughing disorder and he was getting picked on by just random niggas. My sign. And he's a pussy, a coward, a weenie. He never gained the confidence to fight back, technically. He killed people, but the Joker was on some real shit, some gangster shit. What did you say? Huh? Oh, I see you want to play. You suck a Joker. That's all you got. This guy was getting beat on, and he was a coward. It's just things like that. But I want to say this. If the Joker had returned, I'm going to tell you exactly how that shit would have went down. He would have got out of Arkham. Number one. He would have kidnapped Talia al Ghul. He would have took that bomb. And Batman was about to save Talia al Ghul.
Oh, yeah. Go after the one she loved.
After she betrayed him, Batman would have came back and Joker would have had Gotham on lockdown. And Bane would have been dead.
Because that scene, I remember that scene. It didn't make much sense. It's like, you're either going to do it or not. And then there was this time ticking. They were on a cruise. And then you had the inmates. And then it was like the federal building. It's like, well, just blow them both up. That's the Joker way, right? So.
But he wanted to give them the option. Because he wanted them to break.
Suffer.
Not him.
Yeah.
But that's how I look at it. But I mean,
and I've been tired of knowing where he went that route and like everybody just died.
I thought it was happening.
Like
I thought
it was no win.
He went.
It was a no-win situation. The same way he took out Rachel in Dark Knight. Like he went for it. I was like, okay, yeah, that was cool.
He could have saved her if he knew Batman loved her so much he gave her the wrong address.
Right.
That was Batman's fault.
Again, unpredictable, but yeah, it's good stuff, man. So I
wish
feel
he had
like
a Robin, huh?
It just opens the floodgates, man, and I like that we got to really talk about this because I feel like for storytelling and for a narrative and for a DC character, a popular iconic villain, it's a game changer as far as storytelling and getting into the psyche of a villain, man. I feel like the villains are kind of just showed up and they're just used for spectacle. And I'm like, man, no, dive into these people. We're fascinated with them already, explore them. Let's just follow them. You know what I'm saying? You can do stories without a hero because we already know the hero exists. We already know the world. We're just seeing the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And that way, you're not so fatigued with an origin film. You're just tackling it from somebody else's standpoint. And I just like that idea because it's always talked about and it had never been done. And it was a nice execution to where maybe we can get more of this. And to the worries and to the flaws that you had was the reasons I did enjoy it because, again, that it did something different, man. It did something I did not expect. But it gave me stuff that I wish I could have seen. But, you know, they went and did a 360, and I was fine with it because I'm like, I already know the character.
We know the character.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about it. It's like, well, what's Ty going to do with this? And I like how he did an Elseworld tackle on it and then went for Elseworld iterations of it, but just took snippets of things. Like, it was cool seeing him be a failed stand-up comedian, like him writing jokes about his personal things and stuff like that. Those were Joker traits. It was just little things that I seen Arthur do that I had not seen in Joker in other iterations in comic book form or animation. This movie really touched on things that we read about and heard about,
but it was
and
mild,
never really
man.
see.
It was mild.
You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
And you know about it because you can follow Joker too. You know who Joker is, so you saw those things too.
Yeah, but
it was tight, man. And I just felt like with Ledger, we really didn't get that. We got all the other cool stuff, but it's like, what's going on with this over here? What's he doing when Batman's not around? Like, what's he really like? Who else is he messing with?
I'm reading Spider-Man.
You know what I mean? So it's just
Spider.
It's just different taste for me, man. And Ledger is still tight, bro. But Joaquin was like, came in, so I'm gonna do something different. It's just like he came in and tackled it like nobody else had played the role before him, and I respect that.
Last thing, is it this?
Because up until that, bro, it was a competition with everybody. That's why I said Joaquin didn't have that pressure. Ledger did.
Do you think that? I'll give you this. I think Joaquin had a way better performance as an actor, but his character at the end, for me, is not the best. It still goes to. It's just kind of how Ben Affleck is Batman, right?
He is Batman.
Ben Affleck's Batman.
I thought he was great.
Did everything Batman does, more than any other Batman. More than any, and he didn't even need. Yes, I would love to see him have his own movie.
Yeah.
But Ben Affleck is out of shape, and he wasn't doing what he had to do to be Batman. And by that, get out the suit.
Okay.
So
I'll take that.
But what we saw on BVS, my gosh, besides the gunplay, that was Batman.
Yeah.
From hanging on gargoyles, swooping up, throwing into walls, bashing heads, quick, and talking about, and I'm getting slow. And the officer said, you're getting a little slow. And they're like, yo, I can imagine if he was 20 years younger.
Right.
We talking about a stealth ninja.
Year one.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But then when you go to Dark Knight with Christian Bale, we got...
Right.
Come on!
Every time it's so tricky because every time I think about that, I love the Nolan movies. I do. Mm-hmm. But when you break it down, you talk about the state of Batman and following him, it was really a crime drama. Like that Nolan Batman trilogy felt like a 3-part miniseries of Law and Order. It was a crime drama.
Yep.
It wasn't enough Batman. He didn't really do nothing detective. We got a little bit of detective out of Ben Affleck, about 15-25%, but we got more 80% Batman as far as hands-on, tech, like you said, stealth, gadgets, being on the rooftop, comic book shit, the poses,
that's
everything.
Why we like Batman. We like Batman for the gadgets and the things they do.
The posture, he did have the physique when he did Dawn of Justice. So again, with Bale, it was more of the Bruce. He had the Bruce down. I liked his Bruce Wayne. Just in that suit, I really didn't buy it. Yes, it was a realistic take, but if it's a realistic take, where is the skills and the training at? You know what I mean? You're Batman, but you're not showing Batman,
because
credentials.
Because he feared Bane. He got beat.
Yeah. So,
I get it. Skills went out the window.
And that's...
And then you have Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Michael Keaton, Adam West. Adam West, besides Ben Affleck, and you guys can laugh at me all you want, Adam West put way more work in than any other Batman ever has done on the screen. And that's a fact, Jack. He used detective mode.
If you break down...
With letters on he had words on every device he had. The Bat Popeyes.
If you break down everything that every Batman actor that portrayed Batman in the movies, everybody won except Christian Bale. And I mean, as far as like a cinematic defeat against his villains or doing anything, like the only time he really won was in Batman Begins.
Michael Keaton kind of didn't win in part 2.
In fact,
Catwoman got away.
Batman lost twice in the Nolan trilogy.
He lost against Bane. Actually, all 3 times. He lost Ra's al Ghul because his movement still went forward.
Right.
He just postponed it. And,
True.
And then the Joker,
they made it look like a. All right, yeah.
So he lost in all 3.
All 3.
He lost in all 3.
With the others, it was always a triumphant.
Batman Returns, he kind of didn't win. Because he had the cat at the end. Remember, he was like Alfred and she got loose. He still lost. She
sacrificed herself, basically.
And she bounced. And he was like...
And they never tackled it.
He never went after her again. And then...
But was she a threat, though?
She was a criminal. He tried to lock her up.
He still won, though, to a degree. Joker, he defeated him. Penguin, defeated.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah. Val Kilmer, yeah, he defeated his. Riddler got in jail.
Yeah, Riddler got in jail.
Two-Face got taken out.
Dumber.
Freeze went back to normal. Poison Ivy got destroyed.
Sucking up the IQ. Messing with your brain.
And then, Ben put the work in. He was cracking criminals left and right.
Yeah, and then we see Jared Leto's a Joker, and we're like, what the
Bale was the only one that really didn't really accomplish anything. Like, he had the upbringing, he had the training, but then he had a falling out somewhere. And I'm trying to figure out, when that title's thrown around, he's the best Batman. I was like, well, how and why? The performance is good, but his behavior and as a character structure doesn't solidify that he's the best Batman. I give you the Bruce Wayne.
It's more of the films.
It's the
as a whole.
So it's the artist.
Yeah, but on Joker,
yeah.
Heath Ledger,
Joaquin Phoenix, baby, all day.
Put in the comments down below who you think is the best Joker, and we talking from Cesar Romero all the way to Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, that's another good topic too.
So we want to know who's your best Joker, who's the favorite Joker, and who's the best. It's 2 of them. Who's your favorite and who is the best? If you're new to the channel, go ahead and push the subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Forgive me for my throat. I had a chest cold earlier this week, but I'm getting through this shit. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Ronjo Genji, for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
And we out.